What is happening, everybody? This is Cody, aka DFS Project, coming to you live, breaking down this upcoming DraftKings 4-game XFL slate for Saturday. Before we get into before me, definitely subscribe. I'm excited about this XFL slate. I think this is a really good bounce back slate for us to look at. A lot of good matchups, I think, on our end. What we're gonna do is probably break it down. We'll do team by team, or we'll do game by game. I kind of like that route better. But let's start off with, like I said, Seattle at Vegas. So on the Seattle side, Bedanucci, I like him a lot. I don't mind the matchup for him. I think this is a good spot for him to certainly do well in. He's continued to look good. Um, I don't mind paying the 10-5 price tag. Running back wise, nothing really stands out. I mean, he's getting the attempts. It's just it's not really something I really want to go to. I'd much rather go elsewhere. I'm not looking at Elson receiver wise. So Josh Gordon has so far been up and down. It's going to be hard to pay that price tag for him at 10-4 when I'd rather just go to Pearson. Pearson had a bunch of targets last game. I'd rather go to him. I'd rather go to Blake Jackson. Those are the two main guys I'd much rather go to. They're seeing targets over Josh Gordon. So that's kind of the route I'm going to. On the Vegas side, though, this is where it's going to get interesting. I think we're going to see Brett Hundley start. I really do. I think it's time for him to start. 7-4 is not a bad price tag, but I don't really trust it. If we do see Luis Perez start, I'm not going to him at all at 9-1. There's no way I'm going to go to him. Running back wise, nothing really again stands out to me. Rod Smith looked awful. I don't really trust the other running backs on this team. And receivers wise, but Badet had a down game last game. Certainly when I play him, so it happens. Geronimo Allison's looking awful. Not looking good at whatsoever. Bryant, meh. I mean, I'm not really wanting to go to him either right now. Especially if they're gonna have Hundley. I think Hundley's gonna try to run a little bit more. St. Louis at DC. On the St. Louis side, Adrian McCarron's a top tier option. I would not mind going to him. I know the defense for DC is not bad, but I think you can certainly trust AJ McCarron once again. He's playing good football. Running back wise, so we saw Brian Hill was inactive. So are we going to see Durant start again? Because if Durant does start, I don't mind him as a value at 6-3. And then looking at receivers, my receiver that I would go to would be Pearl. He's continued to look good, but we just need to kind of see what's going on with that questionable price tag. Hakeem Butler caught the TD last slate. He's continued to look good. I like him at 6-1. Amen at 9-5 is kind of hard to trust because of the targets recently. I don't trust him at 9-5. Much of the just go to Hakeem Butler or Pearl once again. On the DC side, so I don't know if Tiama's going to start. I really don't know because he's continued to look terrible. If we see King start, I mean, at 7,000, he's a rushing option, but I like that St. Louis defense. Running back wise, Abram Smith, he looked good. He got you, he bailed you out with a TD. I don't mind going to him at 8-2. Receivers wise, I don't trust any of these receivers. I don't trust them at all. I played Azard week one thinking he was going to be a great option. I don't trust any of these receivers. So, but defensive wise, with St. Louis, I'm with DC. I don't mind going to 4-4 for the defenders. If you want to look at or for the Battlehawks at 4-2, I like that a little bit more than the defenders at 4-4. I know the defenders' defense has looked good, but it's just it's AJ McCarron. I think AJ McCarron can do certainly well here. Let's go to Orlando at Arlington. On the Orlando side, Paxton Lynch has been benched. If they start Francois, it's Francois. I watched the game. It was kind of worrisome seeing him trying to scramble. Running back wise, I know they only have two. Martin rushed for 9 times. I don't mind going to him. Again, he's an option if you want to look at him. But receivers wise, there's so many options. Rogers caught that TD last slate. I don't mind going to him, but it's just I don't trust any of these. I don't trust the quarterback play on this Orlando team. On the Arlington side, Drew Plitt, I think they're I really think they should start Kyle Slaughter because Plitt has not looked good. It's been awful seeing him play. So if they start Slaughter, I like the gunslinger at 6,000. Running back wise, Davion Smith still looks good to me. I don't mind going to him. He's a receiving option also. Receivers, Canella is your best option to look at. He's continuing to see targets, 4 receptions, 7 receptions. Smallwood has not looked great at all, only seeing 1 reception. I don't trust Arcanado or Arcanado. I don't trust Winningham. I don't trust Monster. Defense wise, the Renegades is going to are priced up, but it's for good reason. That's the thing, is I don't mind paying for it for the Gardens or for the Renegades. San Antonio and Houston on the San Antonio side. Jack Cohen continues to look good at 8.6. He's a mid-range option. If you want to just plug and play him, I wouldn't blame you one bit. Running back wise, Balaj was a letdown last slate. Definitely was a letdown last slate. So he looked awful, looked terrible. Patrick saw him the bulk of the carries at 5.6. I don't mind going to Patrick. Tolliver looked good at 6.7. Vasher caught that TD for 3.7. I don't mind going to him as another option. And then I don't trust Mac. I know he saw the TD last slate, but still I don't trust him. I'd rather go to Vasher. On the Houston side, Brandon Silvers continues to be a great option. I don't mind going to him. Match Borgie looked good. Like him, like Nick Hawley still. In the receiving end. Receivers wise, Burnett at 9.1. If you want to look at him once again for a bounce back spot, I think he's going to be low owned now, especially seeing his price jump. But I don't mind paying down for him. Kirkland, still like him. And then if there's no Harris, I'm going to really like Burnett still once again. So we just need to see what's going to happen with Harris, because we could see Bird a little bit. We could see Bird a little bit more. We could see High a little bit more. Looking at the defense wise, San Antonio is 3.4, and then Roughnecks are 5,000. So let's kind of look at it as an overglance. So the Roughnecks at 5,000, I don't like that at all. I know they've been the best defense, but I think Jay Cohen can certainly get it done, especially with Kellen Blodge and Jucky's Patrick. I'd much rather go to a 4.8 for the Renegades. But if you don't trust, if you don't trust Arlington, if they start Duplit again, I think I'm going to go to Guardians at 3.1. I think you can certainly do that. If they start Slaughter, I think I'm going to kind of push that Guardians defense a little bit more back. But overall, I think the main stack would be going to Seattle once again. And I don't mind going to possibly Houston once again. I think that's a great option to go to. It's kind of where I'm looking at. I don't mind going to Jack Cohen, but again, that's going to be low in stack. Again, looking at your defense wise, I think the Guardians are your best option for right now. I think you can certainly look at the Renegades against Orlando easily. But that was the Safe Rest, though. Thank you for tuning in. It was a great Safe Rest tonight. Have a good one, everybody.